Hello all, I am Nandini. I am the UPSC topper for the year 2016. I got AIR 1 in the year 2016. Happy to interact with all of you. So before coming into civil service, I did my graduation in civil engineering, and there I was a gold medalist. And after finishing my BE in civil engineering, I joined Karnataka Public Works Department, and there I started my journey as an assistant engineer. While working as an assistant engineer, I started my preparation, and during that preparation I got into Indian Revenue Service, and I joined the training also. So while in academy, I realized that I should give one more concrete attempt. Then I again took attempt in 2016 CSC. So in that year I got again AIR 1, so which ensured my selection into Indian Administrative Service. So that's how I got into Indian Administrative Service, and now presently I am working as Additional Commissioner of Commercial Taxes in Bangalore. So I come from a village in Kolar district of Karnataka. My parents were teachers, both of them, and that's how I was brought up in an environment of studies and discipline. So that helped a lot during the preparation and even now during the work also. So mainly the dream of coming into Indian Administrative Service was initially, the seed of that was sown by my parents, and then thereafter, while attending this literacy campaigns for the dropouts, school dropouts, I got motivated by seeing the work of district commissioner, deputy commissioner, how he can change a lot of things in and around the society. That is one thing which gave me a lot of motivation, and thereby that seed got grown into a tree, and now it realized, dream is realized and became reality. So that is my social background. So as I was working and preparing simultaneously, so I had to plan my day very meticulously. So non-working hours I used to plan for preparation. So mostly from morning 5 to 9 was my study time, and then after work around 6 to 9:30, 10 was my study time. So whatever time is available during that time, I used to make use of it, and most of the time while traveling, I used to finish off all the things which I could finish, like newspaper or map reading or pictorial thing which I could finish it off. And most of my lunch breaks were very short, and the discussions which I used to have with my colleagues was also concerned to the current affairs. So I used to make use of the time available to me in a best possible manner, so as to cater to both my job needs as well as the preparation needs. So that is where I started my preparation. During that attempt, I could not do much of writing practice. All that I had done was completing the syllabus and preparing for the exam. So I had not at all written anything, any of the mock test or even a paper or essay or anything. Then thereafterwards, after attempting that mains, I realized that I had left at least 100 or more marks in each of the papers. So but I did not ensure that, I did not even was sure that I will get into service or clear exam at that time. But thankfully whatever I had written was very good. So that is how I got into Indian Revenue Service at that time. For me, more than selection to Indian Revenue Service, I was happy, and I got confidence that if I could get into service with attending around 60 to 70% of the question papers, then if I give 100% effort of my from my side and write the complete papers in the best possible manner, definitely I would be able to realize my dream of getting into IAS. So that gave me confidence, and that is how after joining into Indian Revenue Service during training, I took an extraordinary leave and came back and started preparing on my own without any coaching or anything. So that is when I sat with my parents in one place at my own at my comfort zone. So that is how I used to get only question papers and write rigorous mock tests, so that my writing speed improved and I could attend all the questions in the mock test. So that is how I rectified all the mistakes I made in the first attempt, and this attempt I was expecting a better result. At the same time I was happy and I was guilt free that I had given my 100%. So that is when I got the result also, and was pretty happy with the result what I could get. With respect to my official work, I started my probation in Ballari district of Karnataka. So the district has got its own diversity as well as challenges. So it was known in Karnataka for its mining as well as the backwardness in terms of all the social indicators and human development indicators, because half portion of Ballari, now it is divided into Ballari and Vijayanagar, but as a united district had a lot of challenges. So during probation itself I got exposed to the various aspects of rural life as well as a district, how we as a deputy commissioner or as a CEO or other various functionaries of department, how would they cater to the public service delivery. This is one thing I could understand very well in my probation. And after that I was posted as assistant commissioner in Tiptur subdivision of Tumkur district in Karnataka. There I could do a mass drive with respect to correcting all the mismatches and the discrepancies in the RTC, what we call in Karnataka, that gives the landowner, especially the farmer, the right over the lands. So we could finish in the tenure I had of 10 months, we could finish more than 15,000 such corrections. Just because of this, the life of the farmers became very easy, because even to correct a small mismatch, he otherwise has to come to office, get it done. Now we went into the villages, we did camps in all the Hobli level. So thereby this Tiptur division, which had a huge backlog of RTC mismatch, we could finish it in a good manner, and that is one contribution which I remember in as an assistant commissioner. At the same time, assistant commissioner in Karnataka has one role, as in we have to hear the grievances of the senior citizens and thereby we can redress some of their queries. So that work also gave me lot of satisfaction, because many people had gotten over the parents' land as well as their assets, but they were not taking good care of them. So the law vests power in the assistant commissioner to reverse these rights over land and assets and liabilities. So this one thing which was in our hand helped me to give some sort of justice to the parents and the senior citizens who are not taken care by their subsequent generations. So after this I was posted as CEO Zilla Panchayat of Ballari district of Karnataka. So it had got 11 talukas. So traveling from one taluka to another taluka, it was stretched around almost 200 kilometers and more. And it was one of the most development deprived areas. It required lot of work with respect to basic amenities itself, like drinking water, sanitation and public health and lot of other things. So it gave me lot of challenges, at the same time potential to do best of my efforts. So that even today I remember that work which I could do as a CEO Ballari. It's one of the most satisfying jobs I feel. And during that time I faced 2 waves of COVID. So that was again one of the most challenging times I feel. During that time what we could do was village task force was made, and an unique initiative of family task force was done. For a family of 50 members, a family task force was done to take care in the rural areas to avoid the spread of COVID and to handle the challenges effectively. So this model was picked up by state rural development and Panchayat Raj, and made as a statewide model. So this again was one of the suggestions which we got from the grassroots levels itself. So I feel in order to be successful in your work or in the professional work, we should be very open to ideas. We should be open to all the ideas that we get from the team members, wherever it comes from, whoever it might be. But we need to analyze that and then implement it in a right possible manner at the right time, putting the right team across. So this is my experience of doing work in Ballari, and there it has got one of the highest potentials in terms of doing the Manrega work, the Rural Employment Guarantee Act, which provides 100 days of manual labor for all the people who demand work in rural areas. So this was also one of the best satisfying moments. And here an happy thing to share is Ballari got both best district as a best Jilla Panchayat award, and in the subsequent year I also got best CEO award in Ballari. So one of the most satisfying tenures there. With the help of all the team members, we could do what best we could do there. So what should be the strategy for UPSC aspirants for preparation? So first of all, you should be very sure of why you want to come into civil services, and also how you are going to reach this destination. At the same time, have plan B of yours. If not for UPSC, what you have to do. So when you are clear with all these things, choose your option very rightly, because it's one thing which is where you can express yourself in a better manner, and where UPSC has given you some sort of choice to choose where you have got the best of your abilities. So these are the 4 things which you need to clearly analyze before stepping into the actual preparation. So once you step into actual preparation, prelims is all about accuracy. So even though the exam stage is divided into prelims, mains and interview, I feel the whole of the preparation should be done in an integrated manner without segregating each of the things. So first and foremost thing is know your syllabus, know the pattern of UPSC, what it is changing, because UPSC is changing very dynamically every time. So according to the demands of the exam, you should be able to orient your preparation towards the needs of the exam. So that is one thing. So prelims, you should have a 100% of accuracy of what you are studying. So have a conceptual clarity in prelims, take a lot of mock tests and do wherever the course correction has to be done. So when it comes to mains, it's all about writing. So how you are able to express what you have in your mind. So do lot of writing practice, express yourself in terms of writing, and then essay and ethics is one thing which people tend to neglect also. So start your preparation with respect to that also. Then UPSC interview, it's all about your personality. I feel that personality cannot be changed over time, so over a short period of time. So orient yourself and as an officer from the day you start preparation. So look each and every situation you face in a day-to-day life as an officer, how you would have handled it. So that is how you can orient yourself towards the interview. So they'll test your personality, not your knowledge. So have that clarity in your mind and give your best possible presentation of your personality in the interview. So that is one thing. And on the whole, you should have a very good time management strategies, and you should be punctual towards your preparation, whatever you want to make. So complete the entire syllabus, give your best in the writing. So this is what you have to do. Okay, starting early does help actually, because soon after your graduation you are eligible to give attempt, that is when you are around 21. So starting early with respect to your current affairs, with respect to your essay, with respect to your general studies, and finalizing your optional, all these things you can start at a quite early time. And also, as the number of attempts is limited, the earlier you start, you will have a better confidence with respect to finishing off the syllabus and giving your attempt. So starting early does help. So to all the young aspirants, I would say, yes, of course, UPSC is one of the best possible career option available in available in India. So give your best to UPSC, and UPSC will give in back the best possible thing. But only thing is, you should never feel a guilt that if you had given a little bit extra effort, I would have got a better result. So that guilt should never be there in your mind. So give your 100% thing to the preparation. So dedicate your time, whatever is possible, to UPSC. So it's not like any other degree or going to school or college, wherein when you enter at the end of an year, you will get a certificate, you will get a degree. So that is an assured thing. But in UPSC, it's not like that. So every attempt requires one complete year, and the process of examination will take another 1 year. So it's a minimum of 2 years which is required for you to come out with a result. So keeping that in mind, keeping the long process in mind, prepare your mind accordingly to have such endurance. So that is very, very important. So have patience, don't get frustrated with the result, or don't lose your heart when you fail. So but when you fail in an attempt, you should go back and do a thorough analysis of why did you fail. After all, failing is like first attempt in learning only. So you should learn from it so that you don't commit the same mistakes in your next attempt. So that is very, very important. So have that complete engineering of what is your strength, what is your weakness, where do you fare well, which are the areas you need to focus more. All these things you should do a thorough analysis, and then you should do this preparation very religiously. So of course, since it is considered as one of the toughest exams in India, your preparation should also match to that level. So of course, nothing will become harder the moment you give what it is required to the exam. So analyze that. That part very efficiently. And many of the aspirants are filling in compulsory language exam in mains and CSAT, which is just a qualifying exam. So every year UPSC is also changing its strategy and making the question paper difficulty level at a much higher level, and also making it more unpredictable. So understand this pattern, analyze the question papers over the years, and make your strategy of your own. So that is very, very essential. And once you understand this complete process, then your preparation will be much more foolproof. So do it very religiously and have dedication and discipline towards your preparation. So that is all I wanted to say. For a leader to be successful, he should understand his team very well, first of all, and their strengths, their weaknesses, that should be analyzed thoroughly, and he should be at the forefront to take up any of the challenges that comes to the team. And as they say, so he should give the credit to the all the success credit to the team, and take any of the blame or the flaw to himself. So that is one essential character of the leader. And more than anything, he should lead from the front, I believe, and he should understand the as an individual he should know the team strength, and as a leader he might be as good as himself, but he might be excellent in doing as a person, but at the same time he should know how to work with synergies, how to take the team along. Of course, each member of the team will have his or her own strengths and weakness, that he should understand very well and take all of them together whenever there is a crisis and whenever there is an opportunity also at the same time. And also one more essential component is he should know whom to put for which job. So whom to assign what role, so that he should be very well aware of. So as a leader, definitely if at all one has to be successful, he should have that all essential characteristics, what they say time again they have said. So of course there are various forms of leadership, It's not one straight jacketed thing or one principle that succeeds all the time. We should know the scenario, we should know the situation, and we should change the style of the leadership as and when it is required, as the situation demands and as the team members demand. So you should be very dynamic, you should be able to understand the situation very well and change his strategy accordingly. So he should be very, very tactical, I feel.